It's Wednesday, my dudes, and after surviving BookCon and ToyCon, we are so excited tonight to welcome our very special guest, StopMotionZach. It's really, I'm pumped. I'm excited. I don't know if you can tell. We're really excited to have him here tonight and talk all things nerd, stop motion, and all kinds of fun stuff. So, Machu, cue that intro. It's such a solid beat, you know? It really is. It really is.
And thank you to YouTube for that beat.
Yeah. Thank you, YouTube, for not making us spend any money. Anyway, it is Wednesday, my dudes, and welcome to episode 159, the road to 300. No, 300, 200.
The road to 160.
160. Next week, baby. Starts today. But yeah, exciting stuff.
Yeah.
We get Zach here tonight, which is cool. We're talking to Zach for a little while. So it'll be cool to have him come in. And he's got a majestic beard, by the way. So
yes.
Puts us both to shame. So, but before we get to that, Machu, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm not too bad. I played a little bit of Crimson Desert today, and then I realized, hey, my shows have new episodes this week. So I caught up on Daredevil, and I caught up on The Boys.
Oh, The Boys started up? I didn't realize The Boys started.
Yeah.
I don't know if I finished last season's Boys.
5, I think they're on now. Yeah. Steve, I am not 100% recovered yet. I still have this lingering cough that I feel like it's killing me each time.
Oh boy.
There was a point today, I was coughing and sneezing, and I thought I pulled a muscle in my neck.
Oh,
and
God.
I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to do one of these.
Welcome to 40.
Yeah.
You have to do the old Michael Keaton, huh?
Yeah, or the RoboCop, you know. Luckily, it's not that painful anymore.
Okay.
But, hopefully that doesn't happen again. What was it? The beginning of the week, I was coughing when I was in bed, and I cracked my entire back. Like I went to the chiropractor. Yeah.
Wow. Did that feel good at least?
It felt good, but at the same time, I got scared because I was lying down and I was like, well, let me see if I can move my arms. Let me wiggle my toes.
I was just gonna say, wiggle your big toe. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna start things off right here. We got Toy Migos with a very generous $20 super hat saying it's Wednesday, my dudes.
Woohoo!
With the good times roll. How about that SF6 Ingrid trailer? I have not seen it yet.
But I did see that he put it in the chat before I came down.
All right, so
I was like, I don't have the time to watch this yet.
We're gonna have to watch that soon. You survived ToyCon.
Yes.
Seems like everybody had a good old time. I think D Blake put in the chat that it was one of the best in years, so that's good.
Yeah. Oh, dude, when I got there, I didn't do early bird. It was me and my sister. We got there, I think, almost like around like 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Right. And the parking. Oh man, the parking was. The last ToyCon wasn't here at this spot, but this was an old spot from previous years. But like it wasn't. I never saw it was like that packed over there, where it was like I was all the way in the grass. Like your part, usually you get in the gravel area, but like the further out you get on the grass. And yeah, there was a big pothole everybody was just trying to dodge. It just went across the whole parking lot, it seemed like. And I just kept watching all the cars going over it, and it looked like they had like a lowrider that was like that had the hydraulics.
Oh
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
who was it? Somebody put it in the chat that somebody put up a whole thing about who knew you would need new shocks after going to Toy Fan.
And that was it. That was the because of that giant pothole, which it wasn't even a hole. It was like a crack in the earth. That's basically what it was. But yeah, like I was able to maneuver it so that way I was going in at an angle, so I didn't have to like do the hydraulics thing
Sure.
because I don't have hydraulics in my car.
You do not. No, no, you do not. You do
And
not. No.
I didn't want to get it there and then. But yeah, no, it was packed on Saturday.
Yeah. Kind of collecting. That was the person I was thinking of. He's been showing up a lot on my feed too lately.
Yeah,
so.
he has been. Him and
putting a lot of videos out.
Tats and Toys.
Tats and Toys. Yeah. He's we gotta talk to him one day. I think that'll be a good show. It'll be a good show. What'd you get at the old Toy Con besides
what did I get? I got
new brake pads.
I got it's not the brake pads, it's the shocks.
Well, I figured you're braking from everybody going crazy in front of you and you're trying to maneuver around it.
It's I got the Mezco Letterman, which is on the other side of my desk. I can't reach over for it right now. I got the Ultimate rear Ripley, which I was showing off yesterday. Which has the new ball joint waist tool for WWE figure. What else did I get? I got the female Barbarian figure, and then the other one that was the exclusive with the head sculpt that was removed from the pack.
Oh yeah. The two pack, right? Yeah.
No, the one
was it a double head pack? Wasn't that it?
Like a double head pack or whatever.
Yeah.
I got that. What else did I get? I got a steel cage from my wrestling
steel cage from Mirth, right?
From Toy Mirth, yeah. But he was insisted on me taking the ring also. So I had like, do you want a wrestling ring? An Ultimates?
I think I have. I have the.
You don't
have the one.
That you have Rhea. The one with Rhea. Yeah, you do have an Ultimates one. Damn it!
I do have an Ultimate. Sorry. You want to give it away?
I mean, I don't know if I want to ship that.
Local only. Local only. Pick it up.
Only. Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. Good haul overall. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh.
What about you? Any haul from?
I because of, but not at. I did pick up Dungeon Crawler Carl, so I'm gonna dive into this in a couple weeks. When I'm currently actually reading 2 books that I want to finish first before I dive into the next one. But then when I got home and today waiting for me was a ton of boxes, which I was not expecting. So I got the Where Works Body In.
Oh, nice. I got that. I got those too.
So you basically sent that to me when it showed back up and was like, get it. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
So,
I think Mario was upset because he missed out on that again.
Oh no.
He wanted to order more. Yeah.
Oh. And then
nice
for Big Bad Toy Store.
Why are they still in the box?
Because I just opened them today.
You didn't even take them out of the box.
I didn't take them out of the box.
Yeah, this Balrog I've not stopped playing.
I know
with.
Everybody keeps saying that. I'm gonna have to open up Balrog.
Yeah.
And then from our good friend Somya Das, after we did him a very nice favor, he sent over the entire second wave of his Legends of the Ramayan figures.
Oh, nice.
So I got a couple of these, and he said we could share it.
Those look great.
He made me promise that we would do some kind of review or take some shots with it. So
okay.
I think this is pretty cool. I wanted to show this off. I didn't bring all of them in here.
Is
there was
he back yet, or is he still?
He's not. He's stuck in India. So he'll be back in May. But I wanted to show this off because I thought this was cool, and just like again, not a One Piece fan, but from everything we talk about in One Piece, this felt like a very One Piece type of thing. So this is the figure. This is Ravana, right? Mm-hmm. And then he comes with this accessory pack called Ravana Enraged, right? But like, look at that, like multi-head thing. Like that's when he's angry. It looks like this, and it just felt like in all the anime we've been watching.
Oh yeah,
I've been watching secondhand. It seemed pretty cool.
I was looking at that banjo.
The banjo. I think it's a sitar.
A sitar. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we got another super hat.
We got another one. Oh,
yeah.
Boy. Oh, all right. Which one? What am I ripping?
Rip into it, J-Shot.
Balrog or E Honda? You want me to rip into it? I'll rip into it. I'm not shy.
Neither is E Honda.
Oh, boy. You've been saying that you haven't been able to put him down, so there we go.
I kind of want another E Honda just to make a custom.
E Honda or Balrog?
I want both. I want
both.
I want another one of both. Yes.
Well, he's got to be coming out with Player 2 colors, right?
Yeah.
So we can text June. I'll text June while we're talking here tonight and just be like, "Yo, when's this coming out?" Oh, Well, I do like the butterfly being hidden kind of by his
Mm-hmm.
shirt. That's nice. That's really nice.
It goes up and down too, not just.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's
Yeah.
that's actual full range of motion.
Yeah, full range of motion there.
Look at that. Okay. All right. So he doesn't come with a face tattoo or a missing tiger, no.
No.
Or Zach Galifianakis.
I think 5K has like a third party tiger that I want to order.
Just for this reason.
Kind of, actually, yeah.
Oh, that is nice. That shoulder joint really is.
Yeah,
kind of.
It's the same for Akuma and E Honda.
Keep them in close. My Akuma is still in the box too, unfortunately.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
And Cheney says both.
Both. All right. I don't want to. We do have a guest waiting backstage, but
yes. But I think he's still getting. He's still.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Not ready yet.
So,
while you do that, I wanted to show another thing.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull this up right now. I did order this. I'm pretty sure you probably ordered this too. No, not extra camera. Share screen. There we go. From our friend Poncheezy.
Yes, I did.
The Dimension X effects.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, these look so good.
Yeah. So what I think is crazy, it's a crazy story, is I was talking, he had put up the ones for Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
And I had messaged him and I was like, yo, you should do these for X-Men, like a Sentinel. Yeah. And he's like, funny you should say that. And literally like within seconds. So I've known about these for a little while, which is cool. And then I immediately like put the order in with him.
Yeah.
These look great. I'm hyped for these.
I can't wait.
Oh.
Yeah, they look so good.
Did you get the full set?
Yes. I mean, when I saw the post, I was like, I sent it to Poncho and I said, all in. I'm all in.
Oh.
I mean,
I didn't even realize that. Yeah. I missed that.
Did you do all in? I believe this is part of the all in.
All right, good. I did all in. It's like a Kickstarter all in.
Oh. Yeah. You don't even know that it's even there.
Yeah.
And he's throwing in the super glue too.
He's throwing in super glue? That's dangerous. Oh. No, these look cool. Oh. And then we should also while we're shouting people out, let's give a shout out to our boy here, Prime.
Yes,
he's got more goodies coming. He's got a whole little like backroom arcade set, gambling set. Or... Yeah, I'm getting it now. Yeah. So that I know that he's officially launched on his website. So if you haven't seen this, let's see.
Yes. Episode 159 brought to you by our friends.
Yes. Yeah.
Go buy stuff from them.
Go buy stuff from our friends. But he's got a whole poker table with chips. And I think he's got a blackjack table, and it comes with the chairs. Looks awesome, man. Looks great.
I ordered the poker table, and then he came out with the blackjack, and I still have to. I think he already shipped it though. Or
he already shipped it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And why we're shilling for our friends, we might as well continue to shill for our friends here, because if you're not going to shill for your friends, who are you going to shill for?
Right.
So, and we got because I just saw his name in the chat there.
D
Blake Makes is doing a 5K giveaway where you can win both figures, right? Is it your choice of one of these fantastic prizes? So and all you got to do is tag some people and enter to win. And
is that why my name was getting tagged in these things
all day long? Yeah. So you can pick one of the following. You can get the Highlander, the Legendary Warrior figure, or $100 credit to the D Blake Make store. So yeah, there you go. Support your friends.
Yes.
Show for your friends and your neighbors.
And he makes some awesome stuff. I picked up one of the newer Street Fighters.
One of the new what did he come up with? Isn't the one that literally says Street Fighter 2 on it?
Yes, because like the other one I have is just a regular Street Fighter. But like I love the way he does the gradient.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have it down here? No, it's upstairs still.
It's pretty cool to see him do the gradient too with the spray paint.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. So, D Blake, you're due for a paint and chat, I think.
Yeah,
you're definitely due for that. So, all right. Speaking of shilling for our friends, why don't we let's check in with the chat here, see who's here. Well, all right, we got Video Power Gaming. Rob Corrupted Collectibles is here. He says, where are we at with the super chat goal to make J Shot wear that tiny shirt? One time deal, bub. One time deal. We didn't hit it. So,
Oh,
yeah, sorry. Dom is here. He says hello there. Webhead is here. What's going on, Webhead? Of course, Webhead's got his own channel. Go check him out. He's a God amongst men here, doing the Lord's work, making everybody feel welcome. Captain McKay Random is here. What's going on, dude?
Oh, he was another person I saw at ToyCon. Yeah,
that's awesome. His
he's also been doing some great work.
You gotta follow his Patreon too. His alter ego just got inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame too, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Drew McIntyre, same person. I'm convinced. Drew McIntyre, Captain McKay, same person. Bull Morales is here. Steve Morrow is here. We have motion. When will it stop? It will never stop. Never gonna stop. So Amateur Hours here. What's going on? Toy Migos. Look at this. Our wrench boys checking in back to back. We got Josh Brown and Diggs Figs.
And Diggs. We still have another wrench boy out there who hasn't been here in a while.
Oh yeah. Oh,
wow. I don't know if he's here. Is he here?
No Chewing is here.
Oh, I see him.
Oh, Steve wants to know if anybody posed for the superhero landing in the cracked earth to make it look like they were, doing that thing. So that would have been a good photo. Mark Rose is here. What's going on, Mark? Let's see, Dan the Toy Man. What's going on, Dan?
What's up, Dan?
Let's see. Steve, Toy Migos, Dan. Grumps is here. Grumps, come on, man. Just like watch it again. We need the view count. It's fine. Dude, you'll be fine. Wow. No. Let's see who else we got. There's so much Friendspiration and Shillspiration. I love it. Shillspiration. Love it. There we go. Webhead, take a J Shot. D Blake, we mentioned. D Blake is here. We got Work More or Less. Is it Wednesday, my dude? It sure is, buddy. Sure is. AJ Styles. No, have you seen Drew McIntyre and Captain McKay? They look exactly the same. Exactly the same. Both big Scottish guys. Yeah. So good. Wyatt Mintoff, Toy Reds is here. He's hitting us with the
sup nerds.
There it is. Bad Boy says thank you. But yeah, Zach, I know you're backstage, man. If you're ready, let me know. We're ready to bring you in. Just give us a little high sign. Justin Collects is here. What's going on? Kill Cutter's here as well. Everybody's here, man. Everybody's here hanging out. So Drew isn't retired though. No, but I thought he just got inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't know. Maybe
Drew did not get inducted into the Hall of Fame.
All right. Now
AJ did.
He was there for some kind of ceremony. He had his wife and everything. So
Drew's still active in the roster.
All right. Well, you can't be in the Hall of Fame if you're still active in the roster.
Well, I mean, Rey Mysterio is the one who's breaking that role, but like Drew is he's still pretty young. He's not. Right. AJ's retired. He retired at 48.
I'm gonna have to find the picture because I almost sent it to.
I mean, they all attend the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Well, maybe that was it. He was at the Hall of Fame, and I just missed it. Yeah. Yeah, it's deep. Maybe he was just all Hall of Fame. Renzer says that was the closest anyone has gotten to his in real life voice. So I can't wait for the first day we actually meet Renzu in person.
I've met him.
Have you? Oh,
yeah.
Where was I? Oh,
here in the U.S. I was in Canada when I met him.
Oh, got it. Okay, well that makes more sense. Well, yeah. Anyway, we've killed enough time, and yes. Zach did a great job in following the preferred lighting arrangement.
Oh, wow. I see that. I see that.
Let's go ahead and bring in our good friend here, Stop Motion Zach. What's going on, Zach?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Look at you! Look at you with the lights. I love it. Nice.
I didn't want to be the odd one out. So.
That's perfect, dude. Love it.
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, dude, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thanks. I'm having a good time. It's so fun watching you guys talk. You're so quick with each other. I love it.
Thank you.
This is years of years
of driving to conventions,
right? And just straight up banter. So it works out pretty well.
And I gotta say, watching you play with that bell rug, I think I just put that in my cart just a second ago.
Oh yeah,
that shoulder joint is really sweet.
You know, if you need a hook at Big Bad, I'm sure somebody can,
right.
Somebody can get you a link.
Yeah.
I think Unparalleled's got one, no? So there you go. And Josh Brown working for his Employee of the Month badge here.
There you go.
Immediately linking your Instagram, getting that going.
Thank you.
And Jason, very excited to see you. And so that we were talking a bit about this, that our mutual friend is Jason, and which was really cool to find out. I was talking with Jason today, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Zach's gonna be on." And it's cool to hear like just how you guys are working together and how so much work outside of the community, like the toy community itself, gets done, and like friendships are forged. It's just really cool to like build those relationships up. I think it's a fun thing, though, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. So but yeah, dude, let's talk about you.
Great.
That's why you're here. Yeah. You're like, I don't do many of these. I'm not much of a talker. Great. 20 questions. No.
Yeah. Well, to piggyback on what you were saying, I couldn't agree more. It's really great to build collaborations. I mean, the community itself is so supportive too. And Jason's been awesome to talk with. I've been doing a little bit of branding exploration, and he's just got so much expertise that's just been really helpful to help me figure out where I want to go, and just to have a soundboard to bounce ideas off of, just to confirm that I'm not crazy in what I'm thinking. It's just nice to have that, no matter who it is. Doesn't have.
And
to be
he's a great person to bounce ideas off of.
Yeah, such a good talker.
Yeah. I
And
think I was on the phone with him for 40 minutes, and I just didn't even realize it. It's funny, like you like get on the phone with him, and then like all of a sudden you find yourself being like every teenage girl on a sitcom, right? Where you're just like, no, you hang up. Yeah.
Yeah. It's easy to start talking about real stuff real quick.
Yeah. Oh, just Justin says, fun fact here: the entire stream is actually being done in stop motion. Dude, I wish.
That would be awesome.
That would be wild. That would be wild. Like I could just voice it over and not have to wear pants. Not that I'm wearing them now. Dom apparently is just catching up. He says you can be inducted multiple times into the Hall of Fame. So anyway,
that's good to know.
Yeah, there you go. But before we induct you into the Hall of Fame, let's talk a little bit about Zach. How you got? Like, I want to know about how you got started. And what I always love to do is kind of refresh everybody's memory about where you started. And what I like to do is pull up one of your first stop motion videos that you shared on your YouTube channel from almost 6 years ago, it looks like. Here.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So I'm gonna not play the audio, but this is cool, man. This is just cool to always just kind of see, everybody starts the same spot, and then you just kind of get better from there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you remember doing this? Like, is this bringing back bad memories? Like, are you like gonna give me the high sign to get out of here now? Go.
No. I mean, honestly, it started much rougher than that. Maybe even 10 years before then, I was doing like 1 frame per second Hot Wheels in my backyard.
Oh, nice.
Just the sun changing every frame. It's not good, but yeah, this it's interesting actually. So I studied in college in Chicago, and while I was there, I was also did a lot of internships at various production companies. So I was that was my intro to the the Hollywood scene. But nothing I really did in school or in my internships was stop motion related. It was all just like film production, doing PA stuff. I don't really remember exactly what reignited my interest in stop motion, but I do know like it started when I was a kid playing in my backyard. I would just do random little things I had like plush toys and Hot Wheels that I would just like set on fire and see how it looked, creating little flip books and things like that.
Nice.
None of that stuff's online anywhere because I didn't have the internet at that time. But sometime in college, I just sort of picked it back up again. It might have been for like a final project or something. I did it for one little accent that was in the background of a scene. I thought, hey, this is cool, and just kept the ball rolling. Was doing more and more each project. Out of college, I got a job at a production company where, they did a lot of sort of pharmaceutical drug reveal videos, event recaps, some bigger budget commercials, a couple things played during the Super Bowl. So pretty cool stuff. And I was lucky at that job to have a couple opportunities to direct some more creative projects. Got to implement some stop motion, like paper craft stuff with construction paper cutouts and things like that. Nothing there with action figures, but it was just a great opportunity to like refine the techniques that you need for stop motion. And personal time, I would just be buying toys because I love them, and thought let's tell some stories, let's do some fun stuff, and it just kept going from there.
Wow. So when you were doing that stuff, and you were just kind of like you're saying, you're doing things like paper craft, and you're directing, and you're making commercials, right?
Yeah.
were toys kind of always in the back of your head, or was it always just kind of like, you know, did you do the thing like we all did, or at least I know I did, right? Where it's like, oh, I went to college, I stopped collecting toys, and you're like, God damn, I really miss toys, you know? Like,
You know, I don't think I really ever stopped. I just think up until about 10 years ago, I was a very light collector. I did more comic book reading than toy
okay,
collecting, so I was
okay,
into just digesting stories more than collecting the figures. But as I got into stop motion more, I was like, oh, this story is great. Let's see if I can bring it to life.
oh, cool.
And they would start to inspire the types of stories that I would be telling. From there, I spent like a year or two not even reading anymore. I was just like exploring stop motion stuff and sort of just started coming up with my own stories based on all the content I had consumed in my life up to that point.
That's awesome.
And then
I
now my
love.
collection this is just a fraction. There's a whole bunch more off camera over there.
There's always what I've learned from doing this for a while now is there's always
Yes.
more off camera.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah. Especially like once you start getting your adult money from paid jobs, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I have a little bit more, little more cash in my pocket, and you
Mhm.
see something, and you're just like, oh man, these toys are a lot better than what I remember they used to be like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So you start picking up figures that way, and then you're like, oh, I wonder what I could do with this in terms of stop
It-
motion.
It definitely helps not having to ask somebody, hey, can you get this for me?
Yeah, definitely.
I still ask Matt just to make sure that I can get it. It's just easier that way. It's like, hey, you pick this? I'll give you the money. You just pick this up for me. We got a couple of comments here. I just want to get to Jason being very sweet, saying Zach, you are the GOAT. Dom saying he's been in the Hall of Fame too. I'm a Hall of Famer. Hey, I think he spelled farmer wrong, Dom. He's a Hall of Farmer. Justin, man, you got your own show, dude. You don't have to wear pants on your show. It's totally up to you. That's why we do this show. Biddle Chip says, "Oh, it's this dude." There's three of us. He could be referring to any one of us. Scotty's here from Blurred Alert. Remember to check them out on Mondays. Always good to have you here, Scotty. And then again, Webhead being so good because we always forget, saying smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't. And thank you guys for watching and supporting. Webhead dude, just solid dude, man, solid dude. So Steve's got a question getting into kind of the process stuff for you. Wondering more about, like, you know, I think there's a couple of questions in here that we can break down. When you're doing something, you know, on your own, or do you start with a script? How does the dialogue evolve? Are you a storyboarder? Are you a fly by the seat of your pants kind of guy? Where do you go?
That's a good question. My process has evolved, but I think since the beginning, I've always tried to treat it like I'm the client, and I tried to like treat myself like what would I want to see if I were paying for this? So I would follow the sort of appropriate steps. So I always start with a little bit of a script, even if it's just a couple sentences telling me beginning, middle, and end. From there, I'll do storyboard, and then usually take it a step further and do an animatic, which I cut audio to. So I essentially have a full video edit, moving storyboard of what the final product is ultimately going to be. So I'm pretty locked in. Once I'm done with the script, I try to stick with it. Occasionally, I have like a free day on set, and I'll just like animate some new stuff that I didn't script, and then see if I can work it in somehow. But usually, I try to stay pretty locked into the animatic and things that I've been prepping.
Okay. And do you do like your animatic? Is it thumbnail sketches? Is it like how do you do it?
Yeah, it varies. I've been doing a lot more Transformers animations lately, and I can't transform, but like usually I'll film myself doing the motion. So like a run or a jump or a walk, or like I perform the script and use myself as reference. So I'll be like a live action edit of my stop motion video essentially. But with like the Transformer stuff, since I can't like convert, I have like 3D blocks in my After Effects project so that I can just sort of move around as I'm sort of imagining it.
It
And
helps
then
you
on
get the
set,
timing too, right? It
the
helps with the
timing.
timing,
Oh,
right?
big time, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll know exactly like this transformation is going to be 12 frames, and if I want an ease, I really need to just like start and finish with 3 frames, and then I can get sort of messy in the middle, and it'll just sort of look seamless in the end. So yeah, knowing the exact frame count definitely helps. And like using animation references too helps even when I'm on set without one. Like all that practice with it has sort of pre-programmed in me this essence of timing, and it's just helped me be able to do it more on the fly.
Yeah. So when you say, oh, good, no, good.
No,
going.
I was just thinking more about references too, because I'll do like a script or a storyboard as well, with like sort of crude hand-drawn sketches, and it'll just be cut from one scene to the next. And then if I'm like willing to just sort of wing it on set, I'll even just do an animatic with only text on screen, so it'll just be script to audio. And I use the sound effects to sort of help inform when like a punch takes place and things like that.
So there's a lot that you put down before you even start moving figures, really.
Yeah. I'd say like if I were to break it down into percentages, I'd probably be like 30% pre-production, 60 on set, and then the rest, post-production usually goes pretty quick because it's all been pretty well planned.
That's a good source of production. When post-production goes fast, you've done your homework and you've done it right. So that never happened on my sets. We were always in post trying to figure it out. So the official Purple Gang is here. What's going on, man? What's going on, guys? Good to see you here. Bad Force Grump says can't convert. Boo. Just Justin says never transformer to transformer, just bite too. So Anders is here. What's going on, Anders? Jeffrey Wheeler is here. Can you comment on your amazing 50 frames per second project? Thanks. I feel like that might be that is either an inside joke or something we need to be looking up.
I think that may just be commenting on the smoothness that I see in the comments of, oh, Jeffrey Wheeler, hey, that's my father-in-law. So
nice. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, hit that like and subscribe button, even if you don't watch another episode. Just subscribe to both our channels. It'll make everybody feel better. Peter Butt Brandt is here as well. I wanted to ask because so one of the things I remember this. I think might be one of those videos that like drew me to you 3 years ago. I can't believe this has been 3 years.
Oh, is this the Galactus one?
Well, this is the Stiltman one. I think it's the precursor to the Galactus one. Yeah. Dude, this one's crazy.
Galactus makes an appearance here, yeah.
Okay.
And then I do a sort of sequel a couple years from here.
Well, so now this is about a 2.5 minute video. How long? I was gonna say, how long was that process for this one?
Yeah, I spent a long time on this one. I can't remember exactly, but several months for sure.
Wow.
And I think this was one I just did on weekends, and I had like after COVID to up till about a year ago, I was getting up at like 5 or 4 a.m. every day before work and spending like 4 to 9 working on personal projects before jumping into the 9 to 5 for the day. So I would just be sprinkling in a couple hours doing one shot a day for several months. And like this whole sequence here is just several different locations. So I could just do one shot, break the set down, and then start fresh the next day on the next thing. This was also a lot of green screen because I didn't have a lot of practical set pieces 3 years ago.
Okay.
So I was able to do a lot in post-production more than
that hero shot. That hero shot where they all come into frame. You did that each character separately on green screen and then just composite it? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that would be a nightmare to do each one at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
The moment something gets nudged, it sends you back.
If I were to reshoot generally if I have a shot with more than 2 characters, I'll animate each character individually, especially if they're not like physically interacting with each other. Even if they're on a practical set, I'll shoot them in the set and then do like a masking or rotoscoping to sort of overlay and composite all of them together. But it slows me down significantly to do everybody at once because like really I have a maximum of like 5 hours per shot. Otherwise I run the risk of coming in the next day and like my cat's jumped on my set or air conditioning has just caused the floor to warp. So I have to move in a way where I can do it in 5-hour chunks or less to keep things smooth.
How much of, because you just mentioned that back then you didn't have a lot of practical set pieces. So how much of what you do, I guess, versus then versus now, do you do practical versus, you know, a digital background?
Yeah, I'd say now I lean practical as much as I
Okay.
can. I have so much more fun lighting it and seeing how like shadows and things interact with the sets, and it just feels so much more immersive to me than a green
Okay.
screen
Yeah.
diorama. At least my post-production skills aren't that advanced yet to be able to make like a photoreal environment. I'd say back in the day I was doing a lot of green screen because I didn't have the resources I've collected over the years. So
Okay.
just tried to make my worlds feel as expansive as I could with stock imagery and things like that.
It's crazy to think that this is even digital, right? Like, I mean, I would have assumed that. Well, I mean, how much? I guess there are pieces here that are practical, right? I mean, there's to help kind of sell the foreground and whatnot. And I remember, I feel like I remember a green screen shot of Galactus with the bib.
Yeah.
I feel like you put that up. So I think
There it is.
the Earth is practical,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it made of cake? No.
It's a blue bouncy ball that I glued felt continents to.
Perfect.
Oh wow.
Perfect. That's great. And are the continents like right on the money? No, I'm kidding. No.
I tried.
I tried. I know this is obviously something that you did on your own, right? And you're just injecting your own sense of humor. I mean, like, you know, this is the best way. How have we never seen this ending before? You know. Also, whenever you make something, you're always going to have the real super nerds and the haters, because Scotty says, why did Johnny flame on? He could have blown up the whole thing. I mean, he's not wrong, so you know, but hey, so
that was one of my favorite farts to animate, because I was really trying to think, where should the little flame pieces take place, and within the cotton. It's so silly. I just picture it chunky too, like he's ruining his suit.
If you look, yeah, you can see like the fire coming out too. Like there's a little bit nod. Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
It's a hot one.
Yeah. So here, yeah, really putting our college degrees to use here. Look at Mom. I'm analyzing anime stop motion toy farts. That's you're proud now.
You know, it's funny. These farts have made an appearance in a lot of my projects since I created this video, because they're all green screen. So if I have somebody getting hit, occasionally I'll pull in a fart from one of these characters as like an impact effect, but like at like 20% opacity.
That's great.
So they're living on.
I love it. I love it. And this is something that you just came up with one day. You were just like, hey, wouldn't this be great if type of thing? I mean, you got the
pretty much.
Yeah, the Stanley cameo.
Yeah, this is sort of egregious, just having him rip
that was the egregious part. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just a random idea. I like doing silly stuff and be a little obnoxious and abrupt with like my friends and family. So I just thought, what's a way to ruin Galactus's meal? Like, gross him out.
Was there a real life inspiration? Have you was there a meal that you were just like ruined because somebody?
I can't talk on that.
Right.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, remember your father-in-law's in this chat. Yeah.
It's classified.
Yeah. We got a very generous $5 super hat from Johnny. He says, "Sweet baby Machu and Jay Shot super hats from Calgary. Have a great show. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you, Johnny.
You, dude, and all your support." Scotty says, "Major Robot Chicken vibes." I want to touch on that a little bit more as to find out where your big inspirations were from. But we do have another technical question, and obviously, I mean, Captain McKay doing his own stop motion stuff. Did you find it easier shooting with green screen or digital backgrounds or with practical effects? Now I know that you said you've moved into more practical, and that's your preference. But when you were shooting green screen, do you feel like you had more flexibility or more freedom?
That's a good question. There's trade-offs. As far as ease, sorry, I've got like a weird hiccup thing happening.
You got Machu's cough? I didn't think it was transferable from. You know.
Yeah, I was actually sick last week as well, so I'm just like getting over it. Also, I'd say green screen.
The two of you, you're hosting your own shows together. What's happening? Yeah.
So to the question, I think green screen does provide more flexibility. Like I've been able to get away with doing more, I guess, fake camera moves because I have these elements that I can manipulate in post. Like I did this really cool 360 shot with Kylo Ren and Rey fighting and running towards each other. And I couldn't have been able to pull that off on a practical set because I would have needed a full 360, fully distant diorama. So to build wider shots, I'd say green screen gives me more options, but I still need like the practical elements to help build that scene out. Like I'll usually still capture a floor texture that I can then like manipulate in 3D. I always lean towards practical sets. I feel like it's easier and the end result comes out just a little cleaner, a little more cinematic looking because everything feels so much more relatable to
Sure.
each other.
And you don't have to worry about lighting it, properly.
Yeah.
With the green screen, you can edit it on post, but like it's tough to match it sometimes.
It can be very challenging. I've gotten pretty good at it, and I still always start with some sort of visual reference, so I'll know like, okay, the sun's over here to the back left, and make sure that like everything in the scene is lit practically. And if you're consistent with that, it usually helps make your composite a little more seamless. But it's definitely challenging. I also like to like trick it up a little bit with like foreground smoke and like add light rays and things like that you just can't do in stop motion because atmospherics are really difficult to do frame by frame. Working on it though.
I'm sure you'll get there. Don't worry. Give yourself a little grace. Oh, let's see. We got Steve says it's one of those hot farts everyone is familiar with. Reed fanning the farts with the salad finger. I caught that. That was good. Steve, you got it ready, Machu? Steve says this video was a gas.
Hold on, I wasn't ready.
Oh, sorry. Oh. Let's see. Creative genius shows itself in many forms. It's true. You know, I mean, we had a great laugh at that. Now, two things I want to touch on. One, I want to hear about your inspirations and just kind of like who you look up to. But at that point, 3 years ago, were you already working with Big Bad, or was that kind of a precursor to working with Big Bad?
I wasn't with them at that time. I think the intro to Big Bad was a collaboration I did with Kill Cutter. We did a Santa versus Krampus with the Naughty or Nice toys, and we just tried our hand at like adding them and doing a collaborative thing. We ended up talking with Naughty or Nice a bit. They had an N at Big Bad Toy Store, and then the ball just kind of rolled from there. And he and I spent a year doing some larger sort of freelance projects with them, and then eventually I got an offer and joined the team full time. So I've been there for about 1.5 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. So
it's cool.
And it's been great. It's been great. I mean, I'm animating full time. It's like a dream job. Like I didn't think I'd ever get to do that. So, and I'm getting so much better. I can see my qualities increase even since I was first hired, and now like I'm just practicing almost daily, and I love it.
Well, I was gonna say you're doing it so much now, right? Like it's gotta just, you can feel yourself moving. I'm sure you can feel yourself, at the very least, you feel yourself moving faster, right? You're not sacrificing time for quality, or any along
There's always sacrifices, but
sure,
I'm just able to sacrifice more often, which provides more opportunities, therefore growth. So it's good.
Before I want to go more into this, but I do want to hear, like, you know, you're saying it was the dream come true of stop motion animating full time. Where, you know, what were kind of your inspirations, either growing up or, you know, in the community, or like where did you pull it from?
It's interesting. I guess it sort of depends. You know, Celebrity Deathmatch is one that I remember watching.
Yes, we're in that age group. Don't worry. Yes, yeah,
good. So I'd say like tonally, I love that because it's very creative, but it's also like super, I guess, cheeky is generous, but it's out there, and I love that. It's hard to pinpoint my references. Like I said, I read a lot of comic books, but I also watched a lot of like the classic 80s action movies. There's not much stop motion in that, but I just like that intensity and how like just sort of the bravado that's in all of those movies, I think influences a lot of the stuff I do, because I'm always looking for this like awesome hero shot, and I think it's influenced a lot by that.
Nice. Dude, you said Celebrity Deathmatch, and I immediately in my head went, let's get it on, you know. It's so
exactly.
Good.
But even in the 80s, the action movies, going back to what you said about the 80s, like the action movies, they would use stop motion for certain shots, like where it was bigger, like machines or monsters. So that's another aspect there.
like the skeletons and like Terminator, I think was even some
right.
stop motion. And yeah, and that I think at the time I hadn't even like registered that stuff as stop motion when I originally watched them. That's stuff I realized
Yeah.
like a few years ago, or even longer than that. But it's fun looking back and realizing I was tricked, and it's like that's not real. Somebody like Star Wars, for example, had
Yeah,
some like that
exactly.
in there
Star
as
Wars is
well.
a huge one for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's why I started collecting the Micro Galaxy, but I never shot them. So I need to do something with those because they're
Yeah.
just sitting in a box.
So many of them are sitting in a box
Boxes, actually.
for that reason. Yeah. Let's see. Whalehawk checking in all the way from New Zealand says such great work, Zach. Super impressive. Steve says safe to say Zach would like a figure of Johnny Gomez and Nick Diamond. Steve, I can't believe you remember their names. Oh my god, that's so
impressive.
Good. That's super impressive. And Miles Lane. Yes, Miles Lane.
Yes. I was
Steve.
at a thrift store the other day and they had a celebrity deathmatch shirt that I wanted, but their price tag on it was $300.
What?
Dude, come on. Who's
It
selling
must-
it?
Yeah, but must be a rare shirt. But
Yeah.
Oh, and Toy Migo's checking in saying Celebrity Deathmatch, what a callback. Oh, man, dude, that show was. Now, have you, because I mean, in looking through your stuff, I know that I've seen you've got a lot, you've got Lego, you've got action figures, you talked about papercraft. Have you done any claymation in that form?
yeah, not a lot actually,
Okay.
despite that being a reference of mine. The most recent thing I took my hand at was the morph video I released recently with the Sentinel, actually.
Which
I did some clay to transition from character to character, and
That was awesome. Yeah.
blink and
Clever.
you miss it, but it was interesting because I don't work with clay a lot, so it gave me a lot of opportunity to practice. How do you rig clay? How do you wire it? Like what options do I have? So I'm gonna definitely keep playing around with it.
That's cool though. I you know what? Now that you say it, I see it. But before then, I didn't even think about it.
It was also in one of the his BTS videos too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull that up now.
It's really hard to see in a lot of shots that Miss Marvel transitions the cleanest. Like
That's right. That's where I saw it. Yeah.
In the wide shot with Doctor Strange, like his cape kind of covers all the clay magic that I ended up doing there. But
that rotoscope brush really helps a lot now compared to like when you had to do everything with a pen tool, or
yeah,
if you didn't have a green screen, just to get that cut out.
for sure. And like shooting these image sequences at like 6K or higher, when you roto at that size and then shrink it down to HD, you can't see any imperfections. It works perfectly.
Look at even the practical effects and the explosions and stuff. That's wild. What takes longer? It's a practical effect like that or like a cape move? Oh yeah, look at there's the claymation there. Yeah.
Yeah. Capes, kind of depends on the cape. Sometimes the wires are a little flimsy and like one little move impacts the entire cape, so it can be very challenging. But I'd say practical effects I like to take more time with. I've been using cotton more often for impacts and wind. It really kind of depends. I don't know how to answer that.
I also like the way you translate the weight of the figure, right? Like like even when they just that little bounce when morph changes.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's something I've been spending a little bit of extra attention on the last year or so. I've been trying to get better at feeling like the impact of a land or a hit.
Even when the Sentinel falls and you see him catch himself like on the ground,
you see the give,
arm give a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I love seeing the reference videos, especially when it's like you in them. That's like probably one of my favorite. So how much footage is out there of you just running around like a crazy person?
There's not a lot that's like out there, unfortunately. I've kept a lot of that from the public, but I'd say maybe 90% of the projects for the last two plus years have a full edit of me performing the script.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
As best I can, like I'm going to get better at converting.
Hey man, if it works, one thing too that I remember you doing was this 30 days of animation. So we do toy what is it? Toytober, right?
October?
October. I can never remember the name of it.
Yeah, from ACBA.
ACBA does October, where they give prompts and do toy photos every day. You decided to do an October marathon of stop motion.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, were you bored? Like what? Like,
that's a great task,
yeah.
dude. Like to do that, like that's crazy.
It was a hefty task, even a larger one than I realized. It was a lot of time. I'm happy with it. I mean, every one of these videos I'm incredibly proud of. I think I pushed myself on a lot of these. But yeah, for a little backstory, I didn't do it all live, so I wasn't animating Nightmare on day one and posting it the same day.
Yeah.
I started this like March and was doing maybe, one every week essentially, or whatever the math is for that. But I don't know. What other questions do you have about it? I guess
if you were doing this each day, I think by day 3 you would go insane. Just lack of sleep.
Yeah, I've been trying to think about like if I do a sequel to it, what would I do? How would I do it? It would be probably smaller, but I'd like to do something a little more educational, I think, where each day is maybe dedicated to a certain principle of animation or something. And so they're a little more guerrilla and less like polished short stories like these ones were.
Okay.
But we'll see. I
like the mixing of scales on this too.
Yeah.
Because you use the 2-pack Sentinels, which is like the 7-inch figure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What I loved about this whole projects was the looping ability. Like every one of them looped so well, and that's something that I've actually been trying to do with video and can't seem to nail. How do you plan for that? Like that's a legit, forget the show. That's a legit me asking that question because I just can't seem to get it right.
Yeah. That also comes with the scripting. I usually make sure first that like nothing happens from A to B that isn't like destructive. So if the window gets smashed down, I make sure that the looping point is somewhere else so that way you can see it get smashed over and over again. So I'm keeping that in mind as I'm writing, like what things need to be reset and how can I be creative to avoid showing them like reset on camera unless it's like organic.
Okay.
Is that your hand?
That was going to be my next question.
It is. I bought a purple glove, and that's like me reaching in through the window and grabbing him. Yeah.
Now, do you just like and then slow it down, or are you actually shooting that frame by frame?
That was stop motion. I did do it in layers, so I animated my hand doing a pass at like a fake grip and pulling out, and then I animated Wolverine with my hand animation as an overlay, sort of motion tracked to my hand, then composited it into my grip.
Yeah.
So that's 2 plates sort of merged together, and then the glass shatter is a CG overlay.
You kind of have to do that trickery though, because you wouldn't be able to pull Wolverine out with his shoulders through that window.
Right.
It would have been challenging. I would have needed an assistant of some sort. But yeah, I mean, there's so many people out there doing awesome hand animation, and I can't wrap my head around it. Like, it's really hard for me to get my hand in the same spot once I leave the set.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that too. It's crazy with that.
That's cool to see. As a cap became random says the 30-day marathon was great. McKay, I saw that you made a comment that you wanted to get involved. I think you should challenge yourself. From the guy who's not doing stop motion, you should challenge yourself and get in there. But
you tried, you dabbled, and
I did one. Absolutely insane project. The October is Zachathon. I love that. Zachathon. What of all of these that you did, what was your favorite one to do?
Good question. I think it was probably the finale, the Jack Skellington musical. That was a lot of fun because I actually got to work with the voice artist Scott White, super talented. He and I have been collaborating a lot lately. You're going to hear him on a couple of my upcoming projects.
Okay.
Him and his wife wrote a song. They performed it. We got a music composer to create that track. So just to have a fully original track to do some choreography to was a lot of fun. And I did a lot of customizing to that figure as well to get the jaw articulation. Created my own bone fingers, and it was just a lot of playing around with that one.
I'm gonna jump ahead to that one that you're talking about here. Let's see. But yeah, dude, look at like all these. Jeez.
Yeah.
It's this one, right?
Yeah.
I'll play the audio. I don't know if the audio is coming through.
It's coming through.
Spooky kind of night where the monsters in the shadows come alive. There's an eerie feeling in the air, telling me that it's time for a scare. But you must understand there are children at hand who are looking for a treat or a scream. Ghouls and ghosts, let's have a toast of this very, very happy Halloween!
And then it loops.
Incredible. Look at that loop. Oh man. Dude, that's I don't know if I saw that one or I did, but I don't remember it as well. That's amazing. And I didn't realize too that it's an original song you're saying?
Yeah.
So, that's great. That's really cool.
Yeah. I gave them a prompt and they just had some fun with it. And then after they gave me the music track, I wrote this sort of visual script to accompany it. Had an artist help me out by creating the stage pieces. So a lot of originality went into this. I'm pretty proud of it.
That's awesome.
I love seeing that. And I love the mixed media too with the different pieces there, the hand drawings, and then having the characters come to life that way. So good, dude. So good. Sonic Rockman says, hi, everyone. Steve says, have you green gloved puppeteered? When does, in your opinion, change from stop motion to straight video animation? Two separate questions. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with the phrase straight video animation. I haven't done a lot of puppeteering, though. I did do one video like 4 years ago with my wife where we recreated classic movie scenes with Avengers, and we just like sort of held the toy and mimicked along to the audio. But I usually don't use my hands, so I guess that's the answer to that question.
There you go. What do you want to do next, man? Like, what's, you keep just honing your craft. What's not end game, right? Because I feel like we don't ever want to stop, right? We always just want to keep getting better at things and doing new things. But what's like, you've challenged yourselves to 30 days, you've created an original score, and music tracks. Is it full movie? Is it 20-minute short? What's next?
Yeah, I think eventually yes to both of those things. I think right now though I am focused on just continuing to grow. I just want to keep challenging myself on each project. I know I'm not perfect despite what some of the comments say, but I got a lot of learning to do still, so I'm going to keep practicing that. I sort of teased it earlier with like the potential sequel to the Zachathon. Not sure if that'll be this year, but I'd like to be a little more educational to figure out how to do something that allows the sort of community to get a little closer, maybe allow me to do some critiquing if people want it. I don't know, if put some tutorials together, even some sort of community gathering would be fun. I'm not really sure, but it's on my mind to do a little growth.
Yeah, when it comes to tutorials, that definitely helps with growth. That'll definitely make your page, even blow up even more, because it's a source that people will go to, right?
Yeah, I think too, AI is a touchy subject, but like seeing the behind the scenes videos and sort of proving that it's real too, I think people resonate with that.
You got your first offer to collab here. So Work More or Less says education focused content is my jam. I'll team up with you, Zach. There you go.
Let's talk about it.
There you go. I'll send him a link. You guys can talk now. We'll just I'll just sit like this the whole time watching two masters have a conversation. So, I want to jump back because this was a question I had, and then we just kind of what I love about the show is we just keep going on tangents or letting the conversation flow in a different direction. When did you you did the Krampus and Naughty But Nice one, and then you got the job with Big Bag. Like, when did you officially feel like, hey, I can do this for a living, or I could do this to pay my bills? Like, when did that? Do you remember like either a specific video or a specific time where you were just like, oh man, like this is like, fuck, this is happening, Like,
yeah. I don't think it's really. It might be on my YouTube page, but I collaborated a lot with a very talented cinematographer in Chicago when I lived there. I moved to Indiana recently, so I'm not in Chicago anymore. But when I lived in Chicago, we collaborated a lot, and he brought a lot of opportunities to the table where we got a couple cool paid gigs. None of them action figure related, but like there were things like holiday cards for Walgreens or animating like a Mucinex package and things like that. So I think as those projects kept rolling out, I think that was making me realize like, oh, there's an interest in this, and it could be a career. But I never really saw it shifting to action figures. I really thought that was out of scope, and like there's just not really going to be room for it. But the more I do it, the more I see it as a possibility.
Never thought action figures as a scope, but now that's all you do.
I have a question. What action figure lines are the ones that you like to work with in terms of animating?
It's a good question. I think it varies because not every line has been consistent in my experience. Maybe they're evolving. Like Marvel Legends is significantly better than it used to be. I mean, and Marvel has always been sort of my top item because I like Marvel characters, so I would always collect those even back when the articulation was a little wonky. I'd say the Storm Arena lines, the Jada figures, those all have pretty solid articulation, so I'm usually drawn to those because they give me more flexibility. Like action figures aren't designed for stop motion, so I'm really kind of just like seeking out what figures have the most potential to move so I can get as close to like a high-end professional stop motion puppet as possible without having to like fabricate one.
Right. So yeah, I would agree with the Storm Arena and the Jada figures are really good for that too, because like they're really consistent in terms of articulation, and the joints they don't loosen up, so that's always a benefit of that. What about Amazing Yamaguchi? Have you tried and like have you done stuff with that?
I don't think I have actually, but it's on my list. Like a lot of the Bandai stuff is super smooth, almost sometimes too smooth. Can be a little challenging to keep consistent and fluid because the pieces will move in between frames sometimes. I do also like the
send that note to our friend Justin at Bandai. Joints are too smooth, Justin. Slow it down. Yeah.
Well, yeah. The Animal Warriors of the Kingdom are also great. I like the playability of those. I'm really drawn to figures and products that haven't been fully realized on screen yet. I feel like it gives me a little more freedom to tell my own stories. Like I think I mentioned to you guys earlier the young Dooku figure from the Black series, like figures like that have just been seen briefly on camera. The brown suit Wolverine, for example, like those really excite me because I'm like, okay, I can do something with this that people haven't seen yet.
And give your own twist of a story to it.
Yeah, like Wolverine farts on somebody or something.
Hey,
on the Hulk.
It saved the world, you know. So, let's see. We got a couple more comments here. Josh Brown says, "Shout out to Indiana." Let's see. Legends Collector says, "Yo. Bearded Builds is here. What it do, baby?" Sean from the Real Life Perspective is here. He says, "What up, Jay and fam? Happy Wednesday." And we got Henrock is here. Purple Squad. Henrock, where's Man Beast Boy, dude? It's his birthday. I was gonna make sure we wished him a happy birthday in the chat here. But Man Beast Boy, go wish him a very happy birthday. Steve's got another question. He says, if you were to encourage a young person with a smartphone to start with stop motion, what is the absolute needed and how long would you recommend for that starting attempt?
That's a good question. Let me think on that for a second.
Yeah, you could think on that. Absolutely.
So you're saying what's the minimum gear to use? Is that the question?
I think what's the minimum thing that they would need outside of a smartphone?
Tripod.
Yeah, so there's the essentials for me would be the phone, the tripod, so you can keep the camera locked off.
A remote would help, like a remote.
Yeah, I agree.
So that way you don't have to touch the phone.
Big time. I'm trying to think about the things I was excited to have and was like, oh man, I wish I had this earlier. I think being able to support the figures is key because working with like whatever the figure gives you is not really enough. And sometimes just like gooing the feet out of frame can be very limiting as well. So I'd say like an animation rig, but that's not bare minimum. So getting some armature wire and figuring out how to support the character off camera, like you can get a little helping hands sort of rig piece that can hold that wire off camera for like $20.
Cool.
I think that would be a good start just to support the figures in between frames, so you can like take the time you need to like think about the motion, analyze what you've shot so far, and
there you go.
Yeah,
Is it
because
bigger?
those rigs are pretty pricey.
yeah, they can, even the cheap ones like over 150. But they're worth it once you get there. If you can afford one and you're invested in stop motion, I think that's a game changer for sure.
I think if you want to try it out, for the first time or just dabble, you can get away with using, like you said, armature wire, or even, I don't know about the stands, because some of the stands are hard to like remove, especially if they go around the waist. Like I always see people who do stop motion, and then you can still see the waist clamp on it.
Oh,
yeah. I was thinking more like, something like this, where you've got like just the wire sort of coming in, and this is one called like a helping hands, or you can just like sort of screw in the wire. But yeah, I agree. Like the clear ones that have the clamp around the waist, I've never used those because you can't get them out without some sort of
distortion,
frame by frame Photoshop replacement. So.
Yeah, because Machi, you used the armature wire, right, for the one that you did, the Black Panther and Cap one?
Yeah, for the Black Panther and Cap one, I used the armature wire, and I removed that in After Effects.
There you go. Cool.
I'd say another tip for like starting out too is maybe just don't start with wide shots. Like keep it to chest up and just like practice head movements, and don't start hard.
Get good at simple, right? Yeah. I know that we got you for a few more minutes, and one other question that I had, and something I always like to ask, especially for someone who's advanced and come as far as you have. Okay. Oh, there we go.
Sorry about that.
What is either the project, whether it was working with a client or one personal, what is the one that has taught you the most? What was the one that like cursing up and down, but at the end of the day you're like, you know what, this is the one that I appreciate the most?
That's another good question.
I try, Zach. I try.
Yeah.
Can't all be softballs. That doesn't make for good TV.
I don't know if one is coming to mind, but I think in general the ones that teach me the most are when I have direct access to the client and I'm able to do a bit of pitching and sort of like explaining the story a bit beyond just sharing a script. I think that's sometimes necessary. It's also really nice to just get a sense of what people expect, and sometimes you don't get that through an email, so it's nice to, I guess that's just collaboration, really. Anytime I've been able to like work with somebody else and bounce ideas off of who somebody requesting the project or another creative that I'm working with on a project, that's been massive, as opposed to like me in my office by myself doing something and trying to troubleshoot it on my own. It's harder to learn that way, I feel like.
Love it. All right, 2 more quick questions, and then I promise we will let you go. Sean says, you guys fan of figure arts? My son just got pretty sick Demon Slayer fig. Yeah, dude. I mean, we're fans of the figure arts.
I started out collecting figure arts.
Yeah, started collecting. Zach was complaining that the joints are too smooth for what he does.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
There was a Angel Woman, I think. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but she has like all the tentacles or the wings, and then like a huge, like, I don't know. Anyway, but she's got like these tiny little like joints that hold this gigantic piece, and so those. That's the one that's in my head.
That's
like,
what
that could be I could see that being a nightmare. Like a little tap.
Yep. Exactly.
And then we got a very generous $5 super hat from Captain McKay Random saying, "Gotta head out. Major props to Zach. Your work is great and pushes the rest of us to improve our own craft. Always looking forward to what you do next."
Thanks,
man.
man.
That was super awesome. Thank you, dude. And congrats to your dad for being at the Hall of Fame. Oh, God. Another throwback there. All right, last question, because I was going to get there, but Steve's asking it anyway. Are we going to ask how how Zach got his amazing beard? So, how long did it take you to grow that? Is there amateur wire in there to make it look as smooth as it is?
I've had this since day one. So
since you were born, like came out of the, oh wow,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, it started really.
Zach drove himself home from the hospital that day.
I was like, thanks, Mom. I'll take it from here. Yeah, I'd say I don't know actually. I'm trying to gauge like what year it started coming in. I'd say I had it when I was like 18. Damn. But it's thickened up. Like that was half my life ago. So it's just naturally I don't know. Yeah, I don't do anything with it. I don't oil it. It's just there.
Yeah.
I didn't start until I was 30. I'm still trying to get my facial hair in.
Zach's advice for a great beard: be a man. That's what he said. That was his advice. Just be a man. All right, dude. I know that we're running long here, and super appreciate you being here, dude. Super appreciate you taking the time. I think we got your links are in the description. I know that Josh tagged your Instagram. Anything? I know that we talked a little bit about it. Anything you be on the lookout. You've got some stuff coming up, but nothing in the next week. But just stay tuned, right? Make sure you're following.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see some stuff from me. I'm aiming to have something at least once a month, so keep your eyes open. I'm doing a couple fun collabs with different people. Kill Cutter and I have something in the works, and I'm also collaborating with Nova Toymation and Mechanimation on a sort of Star Wars project, but I don't want to give too much away because I didn't tell them about it. So you'll see those eventually.
Okay. You can always come back and talk more about it once it's out. So we can do that.
Sounds good.
Machu, anything for you coming up?
Got nothing. Been playing a lot of Crimson Desert lately.
That's right.
So.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start streaming that.
Somebody asked you to stream it early on. I forgot to flag it. So people want to see it. Got to give the people what they want, man. Got to give the people what they want. For me, go check out my YouTube. I got a video from BookCon if anybody cares. It was a wild ride, BookCon. Let me tell you, those women were feral, and I know I keep saying that, but those women were feral.
It's almost like you're paid to say that.
I wish, man, that I'm paid to say women are feral.
Yeah.
I wish, but otherwise, you've got No Chewing and Alan Rappin and myself on Baggy Red Shorts tomorrow, and I think both of us will be making an appearance on They're Not Dolls. As Cheney is gone. So
house party.
It's check out all the cursing we will do. Kidding. We won't. I promise you, Cheney, we will not curse on your show. And if we do, we pay the toll. Anyway, Zach, thank you so much for being here. This was super awesome. And whether you guys are watching live or on the replay, we appreciate the hell out of you. We wouldn't be doing this. We wouldn't be talking to people like Zach and having these great conversations and getting to learn more. So it is we do because of you. So thank you guys for showing up each week. And thank you everybody for being here. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Machu. And otherwise, go make some content. Go be proud of yourselves. And Machu, let's get out of here. So, cue that outro. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Thanks, guys. Bye.